Welcome back to the Dinar Daily, your trusted source for the latest developments concerning the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong, two currencies that have become subjects of intense focus for global financial observers and those tracking emerging market transformations. Our commitment, which has remained steadfast over the years, is to deliver timely, meticulously accurate, and deeply insightful information. We aim to do more than simply report on the movement of these currencies. We strive to illuminate the intricate global and domestic economic forces that drive their valuations and shape their future trajectories. We understand that navigating the often complex world of currency news can feel daunting, especially given the continuous and swift shifts in global markets, pivotal political developments, and comprehensive economic reform agendas. Our core mission is to meticulously distill this complex information into clear, actionable insights, helping our dedicated audience fully grasp the significance of what is happening and why these events carry such profound weight in the broader financial landscape. The attention surrounding the Iraqi dinar, in particular, has recently intensified, fueled by significant reports from respected market observers. A prominent figure known as Frank 26 recently provided an exceptionally encouraging update that has resonated strongly throughout the investment community. His insights suggest that the Iraqi government has successfully completed the critical legislative steps necessary to underpin its comprehensive financial reform program. This is far more than a routine bureaucratic checkbox. It is a momentous milestone that numerous observers have been eagerly anticipating, recognizing it as a fundamental requirement for the country's ambitious economic evolution. This legislative groundwork represents the solid foundation upon which Iraq's modernization and its pursuit of long-term economic stability are being built, marking a crucial step away from past challenges and toward a future of renewed financial credibility. The successful passage of these crucial laws is a monumental achievement, as it systematically clears the path for the introduction of modern, sophisticated financial mechanisms within the Iraqi economy. Crucially, it unlocks substantial foreign funding opportunities and is expected to precipitate a significant surge in investor confidence across international markets. Each of these elements is fundamentally essential for the overarching goal of significantly strengthening Iraq's economic standing on the global stage, transforming it from a recovering nation into a formidable participant in the international financial system. Frank 26 explicitly highlighted that with this necessary legal infrastructure now firmly established, Iraq is strategically positioned to begin receiving an influx of funds. This capital injection, he suggests, possesses the potential to fundamentally transform the nation's financial infrastructure, leading to profound improvements across its banking sector, public services, and overall economic resilience, while recognizing that the full, palpable impact of these far-reaching reforms will naturally require a sustained period to fully manifest across the economy. The expert expressed a clear and profound sense of optimism. He suggested that within the very near future, potentially within a single week or two, additional key executive steps are expected to be taken by the government. These subsequent actions could very well initiate a cascade of positive developments, accelerating the entire reform process. For those financial observers and analysts who have been closely monitoring the journey of the Iraqi dinar, this news is being interpreted as a definitive turning point. It is a strong, unmistakable signal that Iraq is not just discussing reforms but is actively and successfully implementing policies specifically engineered to foster a supremely stable and thriving financial environment, one that is conducive to both robust local economic growth and strong international confidence. Complementing these legislative breakthroughs, Prime Minister al-Sudani has been actively demonstrating direct, hands-on leadership by personally overseeing critical measures designed to both safeguard the new exchange rate and effectively manage the logistical introduction of lower denomination banknotes. These executive actions are widely recognized as indispensable for cultivating deep public trust in the nascent and modernizing financial system. ensuring a deliberate and smoothly managed transition as Iraq systematically modernizes its entire currency framework. The Prime Minister's direct and public involvement in these technically complex yet symbolically vital changes serves as a powerful demonstration of his unwavering personal commitment to achieving stability, upholding complete transparency, and ensuring the long-term, sustainable health of the entire Iraqi economy for decades to come. The introduction of lower denomination banknotes is a key component of the reform, designed with the practical aim of easing day-to-day transactions for ordinary Iraqi citizens. This shift is expected to significantly reduce the inherent friction often associated with complex high-denomination cash-based commerce, thereby actively encouraging and facilitating broader, more systemic participation in the formal economy. Simultaneously, the aggressive and proactive safeguarding of the new exchange rate plays a vital, stabilizing role, meticulously working to prevent sharp, unexpected fluctuations that could otherwise severely undermine the carefully cultivated investor confidence or significantly disrupt the country's strategic, economic planning and budgeting. Frank 26 particularly underscored that these governmental actions, while they may appear merely technical on the surface, possess an enormous symbolic and practical weight in the eyes of both domestic and international observers. These combined efforts, the successful legislative reforms, the visible and committed executive oversight, and the meticulous currency management collectively transmit an undeniable signal to all key stakeholders. Iraq is fundamentally serious about comprehensive economic reform, long-term fiscal responsibility, and ensuring sustained growth. For sophisticated investors closely observing this dynamic nation, this orchestrated combination of government actions strongly suggests a clear and promising trajectory toward profound stability and enduring prosperity. While the virtues of patience are continuously emphasized as essential, every coordinated step taken by the Iraqi government reflects a clear and deeply strategic approach. This approach is squarely aimed at systematically strengthening the nation's financial ecosystem, building a remarkably solid foundation upon which sustained and monumental economic success can be reliably achieved. Another influential voice in the discourse surrounding the Iraqi financial landscape, known as Guru Sahil, recently shifted the collective attention towards a persistent, decades-long challenge that continues to demand resolution: the critical need to encourage a majority of Iraqi citizens to deposit their hoarded cash into the formal and modern banking system. Despite sustained and concerted financial reform efforts spanning numerous decades, a significant proportion of the Iraqi population maintains a deep preference for the traditional practice of storing money at home, rather than placing their trust and capital into the hands of institutional banks. This behavior is fundamentally rooted in a complex amalgamation of factors, including deep-seated historical mistrust, pervasive concerns regarding overall political stability, and deeply ingrained cultural habits that have been consistently passed down through multiple generations. However, the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, has repeatedly and strongly emphasized that the fundamental act of effectively mobilizing this substantial volume of idle cash is far more than a mere technical financial adjustment. It is, in fact, a cornerstone for achieving genuine, structural economic stability and ensuring robust, long-term national growth. When the citizen population actively and broadly engages with the formal banking system, the financial institutions gain the necessary capital to lend more robustly to local businesses, strategically fund crucial infrastructure projects, and ultimately create a more dynamic, liquid, and rapidly circulating economy, a system that inherently benefits every single member of society, fostering shared prosperity. The CBI sees this cash mobilization as a profound lever for national economic empowerment. Guru Sahil emphasized that this ongoing, concerted effort is primarily focused on empowering ordinary Iraqis to become active and confident participants in the country's grand economic revival narrative. The specific policies and strategic incentives currently being methodically rolled out by the CBI are explicitly designed with the goal of making the formal banking system demonstrably more accessible. thoroughly trustworthy and genuinely beneficial to the everyday citizen, thus gradually and patiently overcoming the deep-seated skepticism that has accumulated over decades of instability. These thoughtful and practical measures include the wide-scale implementation of targeted financial literacy campaigns, the simplification of standard account access procedures, and the offering of tangible benefits and incentives for new depositors. Ultimately, the act of successfully encouraging Iraqi citizens to deposit their hard-earned savings is seen as much more than just a bureaucratic policy. It is viewed as a profoundly transformative step that directly and inextricably links individual citizen participation to the overarching goal of national prosperity. This critical shift is designed to create a vastly stronger and more resilient economy for the entire nation's future, where individual financial choices directly contribute to the collective strength of the country. This initiative underscores a fundamental belief that widespread participation is the key ingredient for long-term economic vitality and a self-sustaining financial framework. Running perfectly in parallel with these wide-ranging, positive internal reforms. Another profoundly crucial aspect of successfully navigating Iraq's complex financial transformation is the active and consistent combating of misinformation. In periods defined by significant economic uncertainty and rapid change, inaccurate information and baseless rumors can spread with damaging speed. The expert known as Guru Bruce recently took the initiative to directly address a concerning surge of misleading videos circulating widely online that were falsely claiming the Iraqi dinar was currently valued at a specific inaccurate rate, a figure drastically far removed from the actual financial reality. Such widespread rumors, often deliberately fabricated and strategically designed to generate widespread panic, confusion, or reckless speculative behavior, possess the dangerous potential to severely mislead investors and actively destabilize market perceptions, leading to irrational actions. Guru Bruce took the necessary steps to publicly clarify that the actual contract rates for the dinar, as anticipated by credible sources, are expected to be significantly higher and considerably more favorable when ultimately revealed to legitimate, long-term investors. He placed strong emphasis on the absolute necessity of consistently relying on credible, officially verified sources of financial information, vehemently cautioning against placing any trust in unverified social media speculation or viral, often malicious misinformation. For anyone meticulously observing the rapidly moving Iraqi currency space, this essential guidance is considered critical. Misinformation has the dangerous potential not only to grossly distort realistic expectations but also to fundamentally interfere with rational, fact-based financial decision-making, leading to adverse outcomes. Bruce powerfully encouraged his dedicated followers to consistently approach all financial news with a healthy dose of skepticism, to make the effort to verify all reported facts, and to always remember that the strategic and managed path toward comprehensive financial reform is inherently gradual, meticulously measured, and always carefully managed by the relevant official authorities. His core, central message to the entire community was straightforward yet absolutely essential: remain calm, exercise abundant patience, and place your unwavering trust in verified facts and official governmental announcements. In the much broader context of reform, the act of managing information responsibly is considered just as fundamentally vital as the actual implementation of policy reform, because public perception and investor confidence are recognized as immensely powerful, non-physical forces that dynamically shape Iraq's economic trajectory, influencing both short-term market outcomes and long-term growth prospects simultaneously. One of the most genuinely remarkable and intensely highly anticipated developments in the entire Iraqi financial landscape is the imminent strategic entry of Chase Bank, a universally recognized global banking titan, into the Iraqi market. Chase is widely expected to quickly become a significant facilitator for dinar exchanges, bringing with it an unprecedented level of institutional sophistication, security, and international credibility that has been notably absent from Iraq's financial sector until now. The sheer indisputable fact that a banking institution of this immense magnitude is actively committing substantial resources and operational capital to Iraq sends an incredibly powerful, unambiguous signal of strong international confidence in the country's diligently progressing economic reforms and its substantial long-term financial potential. Serving as a powerful endorsement of the government's efforts, this bold move by Chase is fundamentally much more than a simple business expansion. It is rightly viewed as a major strategic partnership between Iraq's continuously evolving financial system and one of the world's most globally trusted financial institutions. Financial experts strongly believe that the physical presence of Chase will not only actively streamline currency exchanges for both international investors and domestic citizens, but will also function as a major catalyst for the broader modernization of entrenched banking practices across the entire country. The bank's direct involvement serves as a clear, unmistakable vote of confidence, demonstrating beyond a doubt that major global financial players recognize Iraq as a genuinely poised market for significant growth and transformative change, a sentiment backed by concrete capital investment. Furthermore, Chase Bank's formal entry into the Iraqi market also powerfully reflects clear international acknowledgement of Iraq's demonstrably improved regulatory environment, its systematic legislative reforms, and the successful implementation of its political stability measures, proving the reforms are credible for a wide range of observers, including both seasoned investors and ordinary citizens. This watershed development marks a definite turning point, strongly suggesting that Iraq's financial system is in the process of a determined transition into a credible, thoroughly globally connected network. Chase's engagement has the distinct potential to immediately set new, higher benchmarks for crucial operational transparency, enhance customer trust, and introduce international best practices, which could create a beneficial ripple effect across the entire Iraqi banking sector, ultimately attracting even further global attention and critical foreign investment. In addition to these pivotal international partnerships, the domestic Iraqi banks themselves are simultaneously taking proactive steps by actively expanding their services far beyond national borders, further enhancing access and financial flexibility for both the average citizen and active businesses. This purposeful expansion includes offering genuinely innovative financial solutions that now allow Iraqis who are living abroad to exchange currencies seamlessly, transfer funds efficiently, and even directly deposit funds into global platforms like PayPal or other established international banking platforms. These newfound capabilities are rapidly and fundamentally transforming the way Iraqis interact with global markets, making it demonstrably easier for them to conduct international business, provide financial support for their families back home, and actively engage in international commerce with reduced friction. This elevated level of financial integration actively reflects a much broader, systemic trend toward thoroughly modernizing Iraq's entire financial system and aligning its operations and regulatory framework with accepted global banking standards and expectations. Beyond the obvious convenience factor, these powerful advancements carry deep strategic significance. They are effectively positioning Iraq as a truly credible and reliable participant in the international financial ecosystem, which is essential for attracting sustained foreign investment and facilitating substantially smoother international trade relationships. By confidently enabling seamless cross-border transactions, the forward-thinking Iraqi banks are empowering both citizens and businesses to participate more fully in a globalized economy, effectively reducing historical barriers and actively fostering a new era of economic resilience. Insight from analysts suggests that this steadily growing international presence of Iraqi financial institutions benefits not only the large expatriate population but also significantly strengthens the domestic markets themselves. Global financial flows, when facilitated effectively, inevitably introduce fresh capital, cutting-edge technology, and valuable expertise directly into the local economy, creating a virtuous cycle of improvement. This concerted move towards strategic global integration clearly reflects an unwavering commitment to achieving robust, long-term economic growth, technological modernization, and systemic financial inclusivity, collectively laying the essential groundwork for establishing a truly robust, flexible, and future-ready banking system that is fully capable of supporting Iraq's highly ambitious and transformative reform agenda for the coming decades. Iraq is simultaneously taking another significant leap toward the comprehensive modernization of its financial system, with the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, actively preparing for the imminent launch of a sophisticated, comprehensive digital currency platform. This groundbreaking initiative is squarely aimed at systematically moving the nation's entire currency supply into an electronic, fully traceable, and secure environment, which clearly reflects a widespread and growing global trend toward advanced monetary modernization and financial technology adoption. Across the entire world, national governments and central banks are rapidly embracing advanced digital infrastructure to effectively streamline all transactional processes, significantly improve overall financial transparency, and rigorously enhance accountability measures. And Iraq is now confidently positioning itself to follow this global example. The strategic introduction of this advanced digital platform holds the profound promise of dramatically speeding up financial operations, making all transfers measurably faster, more secure, and significantly less prone to human error or fraudulent activity. Furthermore, digital currency is recognized as a powerful tool for facilitating greater financial inclusion, actively allowing a wider swath of individuals and local businesses to engage more fully with the formal, regulated banking systems. This is particularly critical in Iraq, a country where a large percentage of the population has historically relied on exclusively cash-based transactions, keeping vast amounts of money outside the formal system. Beyond the obvious gains in efficiency, this pivotal digital leap sends a clear and strong signal to all international investors that Iraq is firmly committed to adopting globally recognized standards, aggressively modernizing its financial ecosystem, and actively fostering trust between the government, its financial institutions, and its citizens. Financial experts strongly suggest that the eventual launch of this comprehensive digital platform could very well serve as a crucial cornerstone for broader economic reform, strategically enabling Iraq to participate much more fully and confidently in global trade, aggressively attract necessary foreign direct investment, and ultimately solidify its long-term economic stability. This transformative move marks not just an ordinary technological advancement, but a truly transformational step in the country's determined journey toward establishing a modern, transparent, and thoroughly globally integrated financial system for the future. It is a testament to Iraq's vision for a digital financial future. Simultaneously, amidst these deep internal reforms, Iraq continues to play a pivotal and indispensable role in the highly complex global energy market, particularly as crucial international discussions unfold regarding future oil pricing strategies and production quotas. The financial advisor Mazhar Mohammed Salah recently offered an insightful comment on U.S. deliberations concerning the potential for reducing global oil prices, specifically noting that for the American shale oil industry to remain consistently profitable and internationally competitive, prices would realistically need to comfortably hover around the $80 per barrel mark. This sharp insight effectively underscores the delicate and immensely complex balance that Iraq must continuously navigate as a major global oil exporter with substantial influence over the global supply dynamics and pricing mechanisms. The strategic decisions made by Iraq, in close collaboration with its international partners and fellow OPEC members, over the coming months will inevitably have profound and far-reaching implications, not only for the stability of Iraq's own domestic economy and its vital revenue streams, but also for the overall stability and function of the entire global energy market, directly affecting numerous countries and industries worldwide. Iraq's strategically important oil sector represents the foundational backbone of the national economy, providing the essential funding for infrastructure projects, public services, and the critical reform initiatives currently underway. Strategic pricing decisions, carefully managed production targets, and committed international collaboration are therefore not merely routine economic decisions, but are powerful geopolitical and financial tools for strategically shaping Iraq's long-term position on the world stage. Leveraging its natural resources by carefully and judiciously managing its oil output in line with global demand and market stability, Iraq can confidently safeguard its revenue base, consistently maintain investor confidence, and ensure a path toward genuinely sustainable growth. Experts like Salah consistently emphasize that while short-term price fluctuations may inevitably introduce periods of uncertainty and volatility, Iraq's stated long-term strategy is increasingly and firmly aligned with responsible production practices, the pursuit of global market stability, and the goal of enhancing overall economic resilience. This careful and sophisticated stewardship of its vast natural resources strongly highlights Iraq's consistently growing sophistication as a central, critical player in the deeply complex global energy sector. Moving past previous instability. In addition to technological advancements and strategic energy developments, Iraq is actively taking proactive and tangible steps to further strengthen its international financial relations. A high-level, authoritative delegation from the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, is currently preparing for a strategically important visit to the United States. The delegation's clear mandate is to discuss key strategies to ensure comprehensive financial stability and to maximize the strategic impact of Iraq's truly impressive $100 billion in foreign reserves. These substantial reserves, which have been painstakingly accumulated through careful fiscal management and robust oil revenues, powerfully underscore Iraq's remarkable resilience and its underlying economic strength. Serving as a significant financial buffer, these large reserves represent a crucial financial buffer to support the ambitious ongoing reforms, actively work to stabilize the currency's value, and provide strong reassurance to both its own citizens and key international investors regarding Iraq's long-term financial credibility. During this pivotal visit, the delegation is fully expected to engage extensively with U.S. policymakers, major financial institutions, and potential large-scale investors to comprehensively discuss collaboration opportunities, systematic risk mitigation strategies, and new mechanisms designed to enhance domestic liquidity and spur sustained economic growth across the nation. Such high-level diplomatic and financial interactions are absolutely vital for successfully aligning Iraq's financial system with established global best practices, proactively fostering crucial international trust, and consistently reinforcing the country's commitment to systemic transparency and full accountability. Across all financial dealings, financial analysts highlight that these significant diplomatic and financial engagements clearly demonstrate Iraq's actively proactive approach to fully integrating itself into the complex global financial ecosystem, while simultaneously taking all necessary measures to firmly safeguard its domestic stability. By carefully and strategically leveraging its foreign reserves, Iraq is not only laying the financial groundwork to actively support its multifaceted, ongoing reforms, but is also powerfully signaling to the rest of the world that it is genuinely ready to engage as a responsible, reliable, and committed partner in the world of international finance and trade. This significant initiative further underscores a much broader, deep-seated national commitment to comprehensive economic modernization, strict fiscal prudence, and ensuring sustainable growth for many decades to come. Moving far beyond reliance on oil alone, one of Iraq's most intensely anticipated and symbolically charged financial reforms is the ambitious Delete the Zeros initiative. This far-reaching project is explicitly designed to structurally simplify the entire national currency, dramatically streamline everyday transactions, and actively foster significantly greater public confidence in the integrity and future value of the Iraqi dinar. For numerous decades, ordinary daily transactions within Iraq have been unnecessarily complicated by the presence of excessively high denomination banknotes, a scenario which made even simple purchases logistically cumbersome and actively contributed to confusion and systemic errors in both personal and business finance, hindering growth. By purposefully removing excess zeros from the currency's face value, the government is taking a very bold and highly visible step toward comprehensive modernization, powerfully demonstrating an unwavering commitment to greater clarity, transactional efficiency, and long-term fiscal discipline in its monetary policy. Financial experts strongly emphasize that this particular reform is fundamentally far more than a simple technical or logistical adjustment. It is a highly visible and potent symbol of Iraq's much broader determination to systematically evolve into a truly transparent, well-regulated, and fully modern financial system recognized globally. This critical initiative is expected to substantially facilitate smoother daily transactions, drastically reduce errors in financial accounting, and significantly improve the general public's understanding of the currency's intrinsic value, fostering financial literacy. Beyond these obvious practical advantages, the act of deleting the zeros is also considered a profound psychological milestone, powerfully signaling to both domestic citizens and key international investors alike that Iraq is unequivocally serious about structural reform, sustained stability, and meaningful progress in its financial sector. By decisively simplifying the physical dinar, Iraq is sending an unambiguous, powerful message to the entire world. The country is fully ready to confidently embrace modern financial norms, proactively streamline economic activity, and establish a modern currency system that actively inspires deep trust, strong confidence, and genuine optimism about its future. For the vast majority of ordinary Iraqis, this visible and practical change will inevitably make their daily financial lives simpler and their transactions more intuitive and efficient, further acting to bridge the historical gap between the average citizen and the formal, regulated banking system, promoting wider adoption. This initiative is a clear statement of intent for a modernized financial future. Iraq's immense journey from decades marred by devastating conflict and significant economic isolation to a nation confidently reasserting itself on the global stage is nothing short of remarkable in its scope and ambition. Since the decisive lifting of UN Chapter 7 sanctions, the country has moved with clear and sustained speed to fully reintegrate into the international financial and political community, sending a clear signal that it is fully ready to reclaim its rightful place among the world's modern, established economies. The vast array of reforms currently underway, ranging from the systematic modernization of its banking laws, the launch of advanced digital currency platforms, the strategic refinement of its oil sector strategies, the forging of crucial international partnerships, all the way to currency adjustments like to delete the zeros, initiative collectively reflect a truly comprehensive and remarkably coordinated national effort. This unified national effort is squarely aimed at significantly strengthening economic resilience, demonstrably improving institutional governance, and proactively fostering both public and crucial investor confidence simultaneously. Each of these carefully designed measures plays a unique yet fundamentally complementary role in the grand transformation of Iraq's financial landscape, resulting in a system that is not only highly efficient but also transparent, reliable, and accountable on an international stage. Financial analysts consistently note that these orchestrated reforms are fundamentally more than mere policy changes. They are truly emblematic of a nation determined to boldly redefine its entire narrative, aggressively attract essential foreign investment, and fully empower its citizens to become active participants in a modern, dynamic economy. Moving past old paradigms. From the critical task of restoring public trust in its institutional banks to the technological capability of enabling seamless international transactions, Iraq is powerfully signaling to the global community its full and unwavering commitment to fiscal responsibility. The rapid adoption of cutting-edge technology and strategic long-term economic planning that looks beyond immediate resource extraction. The powerful combination of all these diverse reforms presents a holistic, unified vision of national renewal, clearly illustrating a forward-looking Iraq that is strategically poised to thrive and prosper in an increasingly interconnected globalized world. As the country deliberately and methodically continues to implement these various initiatives, the palpable optimism among its own citizens, international investors, and the broader global community steadily grows, directly reflecting a shared, collective belief that Iraq is firmly set on a reliable path toward long-term stability, genuine prosperity, and successful global reintegration. The path that lies ahead for Iraq is undoubtedly complex and will be filled with its share of both considerable opportunities and persistent challenges. Yet the measurable, tangible progress being consistently witnessed today powerfully demonstrates that the fundamental foundation for a brighter and profoundly more stable economic future is being actively and successfully laid with each passing week. Over the past months and years, Iraq has successfully achieved significant, demonstrable milestones that strongly signal a definitive turning point in the nation's economic, financial, and political journey towards modernity. From the successful passage of key reform laws to the ambitious modernization of its entire banking sector, and from the planned launch of digital currency platforms to the methodical implementation of currency initiatives like deleting zeros, the steps taken are powerful, tangible proof of a country moving decisively toward much greater transparency, efficiency, and fundamental fiscal discipline in its governance. Each of these carefully coordinated measures reinforces all the others, collectively creating a powerful, cumulative momentum that significantly strengthens Iraq's overall financial credibility, both within the country and across international financial markets. Analysts consistently note that such highly coordinated reforms are absolutely essential for building genuine and enduring trust with its citizens, with potential foreign investors, and with its global partners alike, ensuring long-term buy-in and stability. The hard-won lessons learned from its various previous challenges are clearly and effectively informing a new and more confident era of institutional governance, one that unequivocally prioritizes sustained stability, modernization, and systemic inclusivity in all economic decision-making. As Iraq continues to expertly navigate this complex and multifaceted path, the clear and determined vision of a financially resilient and globally integrated nation becomes increasingly achievable and more solidified, powerfully highlighting the fact that comprehensive reform is not just a theoretical possibility, but is a vital, ongoing process that is actively and successfully underway across multiple sectors. The strategic involvement of major global banking giants like Chase Bank, combined with the highly proactive and reform-oriented role of crucial domestic institutions, such as the Central Bank of Iraq, strongly underscores the renewed confidence that international actors now clearly possess in Iraq's determined economic trajectory and its future potential. These vital partnerships, expertly combined with careful strategic planning in key sectors such as oil and finance, collectively signal that Iraq is no longer operating in financial isolation, but is actively and confidently integrating into the global financial ecosystem. Every single initiative, whether its focus is technological, regulatory, or purely monetary, contributes meaningfully to a much larger unified narrative of progress and enduring hope. Citizens, sophisticated investors, and all international partners can now directly witness firsthand the profound and tangible changes that are continuously unfolding, from vastly improved access to banking services to the establishment of a more transparent and stable currency system and the responsible, effective management of its huge foreign reserves. Such significant developments not only create immediate practical benefits like significantly faster transactions, increased financial security, and much greater overall economic participation, but also strongly symbolize Iraq's unwavering commitment to a future that is clearly defined by sustained growth, lasting stability and global relevance on the world stage. A powerful shift in its identity, the strong momentum fueling these reforms is undeniable, and the careful strategic coordination of the various initiatives provides a clear, reliable roadmap for continued advancement and future success. Above all, this period represents a pivotal moment for collective hope, vigilance, and inspiration for the entire nation. By consistently staying informed and actively engaged, Iraqi citizens and observers from around the world can fully appreciate the immense, historic significance of the structural reforms currently taking tangible shape across the country. The complex journey ahead may certainly present its obstacles and setbacks, but each successfully implemented reform, each newly formed strategic partnership, and each modernization effort represents another resolute step toward establishing a much more prosperous, financially resilient, and globally respected Iraq for generations to come. Together, the citizens of Iraq, its revitalized financial institutions, and its global partners are collectively witnessing a pivotal chapter in Iraq's history as it unfolds in real time, a generational transformation. The collective commitment demonstrated towards progress, transparency, and strategic innovation unequivocally ensures that the nation is not merely recovering from its complex past challenges, but is actively and deliberately shaping a future that is rich with opportunity and promise. The message remains clear: stay hopeful, stay thoroughly informed, and above all, stay inspired, because what is being witnessed today is definitively the beginning of a profound new era for Iraq. The country's best days are no longer in the past. They are still brightly ahead, waiting to be realized. And those who actively participate in and observe this remarkable journey are truly witnessing history in the making.